Eshlet Marriage Academy. I want to welcome you to this early morning broadcast. I want to thank you for joining us on this very, very important topic. We've been talking about preparing adequately for marriage, which I know is critical to the success of any marriage. Well, it's not that people don't prepare, it's just that they don't prepare adequately. At least there are some other area of preparation that is often ignored that I want to highlight in this broadcast. Preparation is key. Imagine a man or a woman who wants to take care of precious animals like dogs, cats, and horses. Some of them go to study for 7 years to become veterinary doctors. And during those 7 years, they write several examinations to qualify as veterinary doctors. And not just that, they still have to belong to a body that regulates their practices. I mean, you just compare that to somebody who wants to marry and take care of a woman or a man, as the case may be, and there's no preparation whatsoever other than that. Well, the wedding hall is well made, the catering is done well, the cake is well baked, and all that. But there are other issues that I believe that intending couples, or even those who are already married, if not taking note of these issues, that they should, so that their marriage can become better. Taking a woman out on a date is not the same as taking care of a wife or husband. I'm sure that is very, very clear. The two are different. I mean, I know a story of a couple. They courted for 12 years and their marriage did not last 2 years. I mean, to me, the basic problem is preparation. You know, or perhaps they assume that because they were relating well as intending couples, they will relate well within the bonds of marriage. The two are completely different. You know, some people say love is blind. Honestly, if love is blind, it's only blind in the context of dating. Because after your marriage, I don't believe that love will be blind anymore. So it's very important that we prepare adequately. You know, many churches run what we term as premarital counseling. I believe intending couples should take that seriously. Attend this premarital counseling seriously and faithfully. Intending couples should attend marriage seminars. Attend marriage seminars together. Attend a program on marriage, perhaps a course on marriage. Read good books on marriage. Listen to good CDs on marriage. All this will prepare you for a lasting and successful marriage life. The second part to this is the need to discuss and agree on important issues that will impact your marriage before you say I do. You need to discuss these things. Honestly, it does not matter how much you love each other. If you fail to agree on certain issues, there's bound to be conflict afterwards. Today we'll be talking about money. Money matters. The truth is this: if you never talked about money before you got married, I can assure you, you will afterwards. You will after you get married. Marriage is very vital and important to everything we do. And proper handling of money will help you to live well. Will reduce stress to a considerable level. It will reduce debates afterwards. So there's a need for you to talk about money and have proper guidelines as to how you want to handle money. So in this section, we'll be pinpointing monetary issues couple need to talk about and agree on before you say, I do. Well, talking about agreement, you don't have to be a slave to your agreement. You may agree on certain things today, and if there's a need for you to change, again, agree again, sit together and agree on what next you want to do. Working together, agreement is the essence of marriage. So as long as you can always agree, I believe that you will do well in marriage. So number one, areas of agreement. Number one, the two of you need to agree that money will never separate you, no matter what. Once that is your conviction and that is firm in your heart, I don't see money becoming an issue. You know something? There are people who live very well, I mean couples who live very well when they had little money. But when money came, the money they have been trusting God for, the money they have prayed for, the money they worked hard for, when it finally came, it separated them. Oh no, what a sad story. But do you know it happens? So you need to agree that, hey, come on, money will not separate us. You see, money is better as a slave than as a master. Both of you need to see money as an instrument, as a slave, something to be used to get from one point to the other, not a controlling factor. Often I see money becoming a controlling factor in some people's life, and it ought not to be so. People do certain things because they have money. Some become proud because they have money. It shouldn't be that way. Money should be your servant. Agree that money must be your servant and must never separate you. Then you must, of course, learn how to use money. What leads to indebtedness is overspending. If you always overspend, you cannot be rich. That is the truth. When you buy things on credit, it means you are spending the money you have not earned. So if you can always stay within your budget, within your income, I think that will help you a great deal. You know, people were coming to John the Baptist in the wilderness and they were asking him questions. The soldiers also came and said, hey, what do we do? And John the Baptist said something very, very important. He said to them, be content with your wages. Ladies and gentlemen, contentment is great gain. When people are not content, they go borrowing. When they are not content, they overspend. When they are not content, they become to look into what others have rather than look into what they have and use it properly. Contentment is a great gain. It's good for you to be content with what you have now, use it properly, work and trust God for promotion. And I guarantee you that promotion will come as long as you trust God for it and you work for it. So you must have correct attitude to money. Correct attitude will make all the difference. You must have correct attitude. You must agree that you will operate a monthly budget and be willing to jointly implement it. This is what binds couples together. When they talk about money together, they plan expenditure together, they operate the budget together. It's all about togetherness. So, agree that you operate a monthly budget and be willing to jointly implement it. One of the advantages of budgeting, of course, is the fact that it helps you to overcome impulse expenditure, impulse spending. So agree to a budget and work your budget. And then also agree that the money you both make belongs to the two of you. It's not my money. Rather, our money. And it makes all the difference when you see the money that you bring into the family as our money. It belongs to the two of you. And if you have children, to everybody really. But then you have to plan the expenditure. You have to plan the expenditure. Agree that the money you both make belongs to both of you. If you can give your body to your husband, why not your pocket? There are some women who will never agree to have a joint account, for instance, or plan a budget with their husband. So the issue is this: if you can give your body to your husband, why not your pocket? I mean, if you can give your heart to your spouse, to your wife, why not your pocket? There are also some men who are very stingy, you know, who do not play with their money, and they can't imagine teaming up with their wives to achieve a goal. I believe that we should not give money all that importance in our lives, even though, as we are told, that money answers all matters. I agree. But you see, money in itself can be deceptive. That's why the Bible says the love of money. The love of money is the problem, not the money itself. Money on its own can do a lot of things. But then without God, money becomes useless. I mean, money can buy books, but can it buy brains? Money can buy pew, but will it buy salvation? There are people who would have been alive today if money could buy life. But unfortunately, money could not. It's only God that can keep a man alive, keep a woman alive. This is why we cannot talk about money without God. Because without God, money becomes useless. All right. We must agree to operate a budget together. You must agree on investment, for instance. Or perhaps we should look at the issue of savings, which many people find difficult to carry out. In budgeting, one of those things you need to consider very seriously is savings. And a lot of people do not see the need to save. But I always remember what Proverbs 21:20 says, the Living Bible. It says the wise man saves for the future, but the foolish man spends whatever he gets. I mean, that's a clear difference between the foolish and the wise. And if you do not save, then how do you invest? In our next broadcast, by the grace of God, I will be talking to you more about the need to save and how to save. How to save towards projects, how to save towards perhaps children's school fees, how to save for investments. And I know that this will help you greatly. I want to thank you for listening. I'll be talking to you again this time next Saturday, 8 a.m. West African time. God bless you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.